Shalom, Shalom, Yashrullah. Call halal Allah, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, RICANS. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, the teacher move well. Peace and salutations be told for the elect. Brother Tazwan coming at you from the Prophet, or Salakia, the GMS Tampa camp down here in Tampa, Florida. Alright. You can say the GMS Prophets in Babylon camp down here in Tampa, Florida. Today's lesson is going to be a quick hit and transit going into the curses are flipping. All right, the jig is up, and the things that Jake has been afflicted by, now these Edomites are suffering the same thing as well. Not just these Edomites, all right, but all these nations are beginning to suffer from it. Okay, you see these as America's downfall is happening. She's fallen from heaven. Okay, her fall from heaven. All right, these nations are suffering from it because America has been the forerunner of of glory for these heathen nations. Okay, if Babylon was standing, all these other nations were standing with it. But now that Babylon is falling, she seeks to take everybody down with her. Why? Because she brought everybody up with her. Okay, pertaining to the book of Psalms, chapter 83. Book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse. We'll start at verse 2. It says, "For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head." So these heathens, and especially these Edomites, hate the Lord, Yahuwah, and they hate Jake. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. All right, they done sat at tables. All right, which is the modern day World Economic Forum. Okay, World Health Organization, the United Nations, America, Israel. Okay, and have consulted together with all these other nations against the Israelites, how to put us in slavery, into captivity, how to put us at the bottom and put them on the top. Because they know as long as Jake was ruling, okay, nobody else ruling but Jake. As long as you paying tribute to Jake, you wouldn't have no problem. All right, but here it is, these devils rather have Esau be in rulership, which is where they made a huge mistake. Okay, because now they're paying tribute to the wicked. All right, it's starting to bite them in the ass. You hear all these other nations coming up on live television talking about how you're breaking international law. Talking about Trump breaking international law. Okay, talking about they take no part in the wars between Israel and whoever, between America and whoever. All right, America's attacking their allies. Okay, taking oil from all these other countries and also claiming territories on their allies' territories. Okay, so these nations are starting to shake up a little bit. Like, hold on, our deal was that we were going to oppress the Israelites and we were all going to be rich, but now you're talking about oppressing us as well. Okay. These people these people in these ruling seats of the countries, they didn't have no problem oppressing their own people. Okay, but now it's coming to a point where they're all getting oppressed. They're about to oppress the ruling classes as well. Okay, Israel and America, they're oppressing the ruling classes as well. America backed out of United Nations. Okay, so even that, which were their allies, and all of them are looking at America crazy, like, hold on, you good? We might have to torch your ass too. All right, and the United Nations is going neck to neck with Russia. U.S. just seized a Russian ship. A lot of news is coming out, and you know it's getting bad when the people around you are talking about it. All right, you don't ever really hear people talking about what's going on in the world because they're too caught up in the world. Okay, caught up in the decorations and shit. All right, and the voluptuousness of their lives, and caught up in sin. All right, but when I just clocked out of work, and I hear my boss talking about, man, what's Trump doing, man? He tripping, man. You know, he sound like he had a little fear in his voice. Okay, these people are starting to get worried. All right, it's no more about fun and partying and live it up. Now it's about shit. We starting to suffer, and these people can see the greater suffering coming down the road too. All right, but here it is. Jake has been suffering this whole time. But now the curses are flipping, and they're being placed upon these Edomites. Okay, even their Edomite women. The Edomite women are running to Jake. All right, all these heathen women are running to Jake. Jake is the most wanted man on the earth right now. Okay, and it's only going to increase in that fashion. Okay, these women don't want these heathen men. Just say they call their own men lame. I mean, they ain't got no motion. All right, they got no style, they got no salt, no seasoning. Everybody like their food with some seasoning in it. Okay, it says they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Okay, so nobody remembers who the true Israelites were. Everybody think it's those small hats over there, Germans and Britons. Okay, these niggas are Edomites. These are not Israelites. Here they try to make the whole world believe the contrary. All right. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. So now look, that coup d'etat is, and that rebellion against Jake. This whole unison. All right. And this treaty that these devils and heathens have formed against us is now falling apart because these devils are turning against each other. These heathens are trying to turn against each other, and their own people are suffering from the same afflictions that Jake suffered from. Poverty, famine, okay? What's the word? Well, let's just say for lack of better words, racism, okay, separation, ostracization, okay, ostracization, Slovakia. People are being ostracized, okay, so the countries are becoming more racist against each other, all right, which we know what the scriptures say when all hell starts breaking loose and when America's collapsing. It says, let's grab it. I believe it's in 2nd Ezra's. No, this is Isaiah, Slovakia. Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 14. And it shall be as the chaste roe. Slovakia. We'll start at verse 13. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place, in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. And it shall be as the chaste roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land. All right? So they're going to turn back to their own people, and group up and arm up with their own people and go against the other nations. Okay, it says, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. All right, so these people are going to get up and flee America, which I just actually saw a video going into how Russia is escorting their Russian employees out of the Russian embassy in Israel. Okay, by the plane. He said they had 3 flights, 3 escort flights in 24 hours. Okay. So Russia is getting their people up out of Israel, and this is an alarm. This is alarming news, because that means something's getting ready to take place. All right, this war is getting ready to kick it up a notch, man. All right, as I brought it out before, in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 21, verse 5, it says that all flesh may know that I, the Lord, have drawn forth my sword out of his sheath. It shall not return anymore. So here it is. The plagues and the prophecies are coming to pass. The Lord ain't going to hold back on them anymore. Okay. The time is coming now where the inflation, what the scriptures say, good shall be so good, cheap upon earth. But even then shall evils increase. Okay, famine, death, and the sword. All right. So since Trump overtook those Venezuelan oil tanks, the gas price has done dropped by like 40 cents, man. All right, at least from where I'm standing. Okay. But that's gonna shoot up again. You see how this thing works? They're being attacked right now. The Lord is squeezing the life out of Babylon. And then sometimes the Lord will let up on the squeeze, and then he'll squeeze in even harder the next time. And that's what's happened to Babylon. They're getting the life squeezed out of them. So you may see that the gas prices may be high as hell, then it'll drop all of a sudden. And you take a deep breath like, whoo, and then it squeeze again. Okay, it's the birth pains the scripture talks about. All right. So not just Jake poor anymore. These heathen are poor too. These heathen are surviving paycheck to paycheck. These heathens are living in their cars and surviving off of loans and credit cards. All right, everybody's credit score is dipping below the 500s. Okay, because they can't keep up with their bills anymore. They're living paycheck to paycheck, just like Jake has been, and that's the curse that's been on our people, putting our money into bags with holes. Okay, but now it's not only Jake doing that anymore. Everybody's doing that now. Okay, because of the condition of the country and the condition of the world. We are at the last days, so we're about to see all these things take place right in front of us. It's gonna be like a movie. You watching a movie, man. It's lucky. Give me 1 second. Con, okay. Con. It's like I was reading a message. Let's wrap this lesson up. All right, here in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28. Verse 45, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee. All right, so these curses have consumed our people until they were destroyed. Now they don't even know who they are anymore. All right, they see someone that looks like them, and they want to kill them. They're sizing them up. They're envious of each other. Okay, our people are destroyed in a very terrible state. All right, and the only way that we're gonna be delivered from these curses is through Yahawashi, Mashiach, because our people, the scriptures say, my people are hard-hearted and stiff-necked. Okay, a sottish people. Our people are stubborn. Okay, they don't want to get right. So the Lord's gonna have to burn them up in order for them to finally realize, man, I should have been doing right. A perfect example was a video I was watching today of Eve recording herself on live, running into her boyfriend's car, and both of them is just niggas. Okay, you got the nigga woman and just the nigga, Jake. Okay, the nigga woman and her nigga boyfriend. She ran into her boyfriend car, all right, and she just talking all that shit in pride, like, yeah, I'll do this shit. I'll do this shit, you know. And then she's driving down the road talking this shit on live. She looking in the rear view mirror, and she see her boyfriend's car tailing her. And before she know it, suddenly he's shooting bullets through her windows. Okay, and now she calling the cops on the same live video that she just got through ramming into his car and boasting. She calling the cops on the nigga that she done slept with and she done bent over for. Okay, so these curses ain't only gonna be on Jake anymore. It's now going to consume everybody in the world. Okay, because Jacob is now about to get punishment. We're coming into the time of Jacob's trouble. All right, here it is. Every time something major happens in the world, everybody's pointing a finger at Jake. Okay, so now that you see these tensions rising up more and more between these other countries, and America's about to suffer for it, guess who they're gonna point the finger at? You Jakes. All right, so these curses are gonna flip. All right, we gonna be up and they're gonna be down. Okay, and it's gonna start with the Lord's elect on this side. Okay, we're gonna be protected in the time of tribulation. These people are gonna be consumed. They're gonna be cursed. They're gonna be damned. Okay, but the Lord's elect, He gonna protect them. Okay, they're gonna be taken care of, and wherever they've hidden all the good food, that's where the Lord's gonna keep His men, His elect, and their women and children, man. Okay, to be protected until salvation. All right. So we about to be up and they about to be down. All right. So I truly hope this lesson was edifying to you, Akim and Awath, who listen in truth and sincerity. Until next year, Mr. Allah, I give all glory, honor, and praises unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Shalom.